Chinggis Qahan. The name alone evokes images of vast armies sweeping across continents, leaving a trail of both destruction and awe in their wake. Born Temujin, this nomadic warrior rose from humble beginnings to become one of history's most influential figures. His story is a tapestry woven from ambition, brutality, and undeniable genius, a testament to the power of one man to reshape the world. From the windswept steppes of Mongolia, Chinggis forged a mighty empire, uniting disparate tribes under his banner. His armies, renowned for their equestrian skills and military discipline, conquered vast territories stretching from the Pacific Ocean to Eastern Europe. Chinggis' conquests were not merely about land acquisition. They were instrumental in establishing a new world order, fostering trade, and facilitating cultural exchange between East and West. This essay delves into the life and legacy of this extraordinary leader, exploring the historical context that shaped his rise, the military strategies that fueled his conquests, and the impact of his rule on the course of human history. To comprehend the magnitude of Chinggis Qahan's achievements, we must first journey back to the late 12th century, a time when the Mongol tribes, scattered across the steppes, were locked in perpetual conflict. Bound by blood ties and ancient rivalries, these nomadic clans fought for control of grazing lands and resources, their feuds fueled by generations of animosity. It was into this turbulent world that Temujin was born in 1162, his birthright, a world consumed by chaos. Temujin's early life was marked by hardship and tragedy. His father, a tribal leader, was poisoned by a rival clan, leaving young Temujin and his family to fend for themselves in a climate of constant danger. These formative experiences instilled in him a keen sense of survival, resilience, and a deep understanding of the complexities of power.
Through cunning, strategic alliances, and sheer force of will, I gradually rose through the ranks, uniting the Mongol tribes under my leadership. In 1206, at a gathering of Mongol nobles, I was proclaimed Chinggis Qahan, the Great Khan, marking the birth of a new era in Mongol history. With a unified army and a singular vision, I embarked on a series of conquests that would forever alter the map of the world.
Temujin, the future Chinggis Qahan, was born into a world where the sky stretched endlessly over a sea of grass. A world where the horse was king and survival depended on the whims of nature and the strength of one's tribe. The Mongolian steppes were home to nomadic peoples who lived off their herds, constantly moving in search of fresh pastures. Life was harsh, unforgiving, and often brutal, a constant struggle against the elements and rival clans. The Mongols were a proud and independent people, fiercely loyal to their kin and bound by ancient traditions. Their lives were governed by the rhythm of the seasons, their movements dictated by the needs of their animals. Horses were not just a means of transport, but a symbol of status, a warrior's most prized possession. Skilled horsemen from a young age, Mongol boys learned to ride before they could walk, their lives intertwined with those of their steeds. Within this nomadic society, various tribes vied for dominance, their relationships characterized by shifting alliances and generations-old feuds. The Borjigin clan, to which Temujin belonged, was one among many, their fortunes rising and falling with the tides of tribal politics. It was a world where power was fleeting, won and lost through strength, cunning, and a touch of destiny. This was the unforgiving crucible in which Temujin was forged, the harsh realities of nomadic life shaping his character and worldview. The skills he learned on the steppes, the alliances he formed, and the betrayals he endured would all play a crucial role in his rise to power. The steppes, both a source of hardship and freedom, were the making of the man who would become Chinggis Qahan. The exact date of Temujin's birth is shrouded in mystery, adding intrigue to his life. Most accounts place his birth in 1162, the year of the horse. Rashid al-Din Hamadani claimed he was born in 1155, the year of the pig. The Mongols who conquered Persia were widely reviled. Attributing his birth to the year of the pig could be seen as a subtle denigration. The debate over his birth year highlights the enduring power of his legacy. Whether born in the year of the horse or the pig, Temujin's impact on history is undeniable. As Temujin matured, the steppes around him remained a cauldron of simmering rivalries and shifting alliances. The death of his father had left a void in the leadership of the Borjigin clan, a void that opportunistic rivals were eager to exploit. Temujin, though possessing the lineage of a chieftain's son, was still young and untested, his claim to power tenuous at best.
The years following Yesugei's death were a harsh lesson in the realities of power. My family and I, once accustomed to the privileges of our position, were now forced to navigate a treacherous landscape of betrayal and violence. We faced constant threats from rival clans, our lives hanging by a thread as we struggled to maintain our freedom and forge a new path.
Yet, even in these dark times, Temujin's leadership qualities began to emerge. He possessed an innate charisma that drew others to him, a combination of strength, intelligence, and a deep understanding of both the human heart and the strategic necessities of survival. He learned to read the shifting winds of loyalty, to forge alliances where possible, and to exploit the weaknesses of his enemies.
The steps were a harsh teacher, but they were also a crucible in which my mettle was tested and my resolve hardened. I emerged from this period of adversity stronger, more cunning, and with a clearer vision of the future I sought to create.
The trials he endured would serve him well as he embarked on the path to uniting the Mongol tribes and forging an empire that would span continents. In the fragmented world of the Mongol tribes, where alliances were as fickle as the desert winds, Temujin displayed a remarkable talent for diplomacy and strategic maneuvering. He understood that brute strength alone would not be enough to unite the warring clans. He needed to weave a web of loyalty, leveraging kinship ties, forging new bonds, and exploiting the rivalries that divided his enemies.
One of my earliest and most significant alliances was with Toghrul Khan, the powerful leader of the Kerid tribe. Toghrul, a childhood friend of my father, honored the oath of Anda, a sacred bond of sworn brotherhood, by providing refuge and support to me and my family. This alliance proved crucial in the early stages of my rise, granting me a measure of protection and military support.
However, Temujin's diplomatic skills extended beyond merely securing powerful allies. He understood the importance of forging bonds of loyalty among the everyday warriors, the backbone of any successful army. He implemented a system of meritocracy, promoting individuals based on their skills and loyalty rather than their clan affiliation. This fostered a sense of unity and purpose among his followers, cutting across traditional tribal divisions.
I also recognized the strategic value of marriage alliances. I arranged marriages for myself and my family members with influential families from various tribes, solidifying relationships and expanding my network of influence.
These alliances, cemented by both blood and oath, would prove invaluable as Temujin's power grew, creating a complex web of loyalty that bound the Mongol tribes to his cause. The path to uniting the Mongol tribes was a bloody one, paved with both triumph and tragedy. Temujin, despite his diplomatic skills, was not afraid to wield the sword when necessary, understanding that, in a world governed by the law of the strong, only decisive action could break the cycle of violence and forge a lasting peace.
One of the most pivotal conflicts in Temujin's rise to power was his war against the Merkit tribe. The Merkits, notorious for their raiding and horse stealing, had incurred Temujin's wrath when they kidnapped his young wife, Bort. This personal affront, a grave insult in Mongol culture, fueled a bitter conflict that would rage for years.
Temujin's campaign against the Merkits was a testament to his growing military prowess and his ability to inspire unwavering loyalty in his followers. He employed cunning tactics, utilizing surprise attacks and flanking maneuvers to outwit his enemies. The Mongols, renowned for their equestrian skills and mastery of the bow, proved to be a formidable force on the battlefield.
The war against the Merkits was not just about revenge, it was about establishing dominance, sending a clear message to the other Mongol tribes that Temujin was a force to be reckoned with. His victory over the Merkits, while brutal, marked a turning point in his campaign to unite the Mongols, solidifying his reputation as a warrior chieftain and striking fear into the hearts of his remaining rivals.
As Temujin consolidated his power, he often invoked the memory of his father, Yesugei, using his legacy as a rallying cry to unite the Mongol tribes under his banner. Yasuge, a respected chieftain of the Borjigin clan, had instilled in his son the importance of honor, loyalty, and a vision of a united Mongol people.
Yasuge's vision was of a steppe free from internal strife, a united Mongol people capable of achieving greatness. I reminded the Mongol tribes of this vision to legitimize my own claim to leadership.
Temujin cleverly used his father's legacy to legitimize his own claim to leadership. He reminded the Mongol tribes of Yasuge's vision of a steppe free from internal strife, a united Mongol people capable of achieving greatness. He skillfully wove this narrative into his speeches and pronouncements, appealing to the shared heritage and aspirations of the disparate clans.
Furthermore, I adopted some of my father's advisors and retained key alliances forged during his time, ensuring a degree of continuity and stability during a period of significant change.
By embracing the legacy of Yasuge, Temujin not only secured his own position but also tapped into a powerful unifying force. He channeled the memory of his father into a potent symbol of Mongol unity, a beacon that drew together the fragmented tribes under a common ancestry and a shared dream of a stronger, more unified Mongol nation. This strategic use of his father's legacy proved to be a masterstroke, paving the way for Temujin's ultimate triumph and the birth of the Mongol Empire. By 1206, Temujin had achieved what had eluded Mongol leaders for generations, the unification of the Mongol tribes. The Mongols were now a united force, their collective might harnessed under Chinggis Qahan.
This unity was forged in a shared military vision and a revolutionary approach to warfare.
He transformed the Mongol military into a formidable force, blending traditional skills with innovative tactics. A disciplined, highly mobile army capable of striking fear into seasoned adversaries. The Mongol army, forged in tribal warfare, became a spectacle of awe and terror across Eurasia.
Chinggis Qahan's campaigns were calculated demonstrations of military power designed to break the will of his enemies.
Chinggis Qahan's conquests redrew the map of Eurasia, toppling empires and establishing a vast dominion.
His first target was the Shishir kingdom, which fell to the Mongol onslaught in 1209.
Chinggis Qahan's Yasa, an unwritten code of law, ensured order and stability in his vast empire.
Loyalty to the Qahan was paramount, with swift punishment for betrayal.
The Kurultai, a grand assembly of Mongol leaders, was crucial for decision-making and maintaining elite support.
It was a forum for genuine debate and consensus building.
Chinggis Qahan's policies of religious tolerance and trade promotion were essential for maintaining his diverse empire.
He granted freedom of worship to all faiths, fostering peace and stability.
The Pax Mongolica ushered in an era of peace and prosperity, connecting East and West.
The Silk Road was revived, facilitating trade and cultural exchange.
Chinggis Qahan's death did not signal the decline of the Mongol Empire. His successors continued to expand its reach.
The empire at its zenith stretched from the Pacific to the Danube.
Chinggis Qahan's legacy extends beyond his empire, influencing warfare, governance, and cultural exchange.
His innovative tactics and the Pax Mongolica fostered unprecedented trade and scientific advancement.
Chinggis Qahan's life was marked by brutal conquest and shrewd governance, creating a complex legacy.
His story is a testament to the enduring power of ambition and the complexities of leadership.